Well, Just Stop Oil has been front and centre of our news feeds this year, holding protest after protest in the busy streets of London. But right there with them is the Metropolitan Police, who have revealed that policing the activist group has cost nearly £20 million. But this hasn't equated over a long period of time. The $20 million figure only dates back to the first Just Stop Oil campaign, which occurred in October last year. The hefty price of taxpayer-funded police having to monitor these campaigns has prompted Scotland Yard to urge Just Stop Oil protesters to engage with the force. Commander Kyle Gordon told PA News Agency, "Our desire is that Just Stop Oil come forward and speak with us so we can actually work with them." The statistics released from police don't just stop at the staggering price. Let's go through some of the facts. In the last 5 weeks, there have been a total of 657 arrests made. Activists face 338 charges as a result of dozens of attempts to bring the capital to a standstill. 308 activists remain on bail, accused of interfering with national infrastructure ahead of further charging decisions. In the 5-week operation alone, it cost the taxpayer £3.5 million and led to 10,500 officer shifts being taken away from communities. On one occasion at Whitehall, police made 79 arrests in just 20 minutes. Commander Kyle Gordon has reiterated while Londoners do have the right to peacefully protest, resources are being taken away from the community. These officers should be responding to local communities and dealing with local issues instead of being taken away to police Just Stop Oil protests. Their time could be far better spent tackling issues in our communities and keeping them safe. It is Londoners who ultimately face the brunt and bill for this action, and we understand the frustration of Londoners who are caught up in the disruption, which, as we know from previous campaigns, impacts on everything from a school run or commute to work through to issues such as attending hospital appointments. And of course, news that policing the campaigns cost nearly £20 million had social media users angry. One person wrote, "Send them an invoice." Another wrote, "Outrageous. The courts should fine them a lot more for costing taxpayers all this money," another wrote. One simply wrote, "Bill them." Let's go through some of the Just Stop Oil protests this year that have prompted police interference. At the end of last month, police arrested 15 people within minutes of marching. A few days before, this 18-year-old boy was arrested and carried out by police in Jubilee Gardens. Protesters were dragged off the road by police as they continued to lie down in the middle of traffic. Earlier in November, a bystander completely lost it when Just Stop Oil protesters were blocking an ambulance from driving through.
Very good job! It's stop a bit of oil, protesting the right place. This is what... Yeah, I don't think it's okay because it's not doing it in the right way. Go to Saudi Arabia and complain. Go to Saudi Arabia and complain.
At the same protest on Waterloo Bridge, police dragged away multiple activists.
You have enough police officers to do that properly.
A few days before, activists smashed the Rugby Venice painting at the National Gallery.
Women did not get the vote by voting. It is time for deeds and not words. It is time to just stop oil.
In October, Just Stop Oil protesters attempted to block a coach bus carrying refugees to Bibi Stockholm. A few days earlier, a former student at Leeds University sprayed orange paint all over the uni's Great Hall and was arrested while filming.
arrest because this university is complicit in genocide. Our government's licensing new oil and gas projects. Under arrest for criminal damage. Genocide for hundreds of millions of people across the world. This university... Stay with me.
Another student was arrested on campus for doing the same thing at the University of Cambridge.
We don't have time to waste anymore.
Give you legs, mate.
There's no hungry for ordinary people.
Earlier in the month, the climate activist group stormed the stage and disrupted a performance of Les Mis. This video from July went viral when an angry motorist began pushing protesters out of the way on a busy road.
Don't do that. There's no way, mate. Move.
Out of the way.
And of course, who can forget this moment in July when climate activists interrupted a tennis match at Wimbledon?
Players in, players in.
Court intrusion, court 18. Court intrusion.